Kaitlyn. So today we're just going to get started with a little bit about me. I'm a sophomore in high school, and this year I started the Ethics in Social Media Club. Now, I could go on and on about the different extracurriculars I do. However, at the end of the day, I'm just a screenager, trying to distract myself in modern-day reality. Now, it's always been in my nature to be very gullible. But I was very content to stay in my innocent projection of reality. This all came crashing down in 5th grade when my mom signed me up for debate classes. My first topic, animal experimentation. Fun, right? With the help of my coach, I dove headfirst into a life of lab rats and lab mice to discuss the ethicalness of animal testing. After hours of poring over research, I finally came to my key piece of evidence. An article stating that researchers had developed an AI that could act like a regular human brain, thus making animal testing completely unnecessary. I raced to my teacher, giddy with excitement. However, she showed me that my evidence was from a Star Trek fandom website. This was my first awakening to the difference between reliable and unreliable information. This realization forced me to constantly check the information that I was looking at. And even after years of practice, this can still be very difficult. In fact, about 67% of all Americans still get confused by fake news. In a study done by the Stanford History Education Research Group, thousands of middle school students, high school students, and college students were all administered different tasks. One in particular was extremely difficult. Both AP US History students and Stanford undergraduate students were given one website and told to determine its credibility: minimumwage.com. The results? Only 6% of college students and 9% of high school students were able to determine its credibility. This was not unexpected. The website cites sources from the New York Times and the Columbia Journalism Review. Furthermore, its About page states that it's a nonprofit or research organization dedicated to studying public policy surrounding employment growth. Everything about this website practically screams credible. However, in reality, this website is owned by a public relations firm dedicated that represents the restaurant industry, and its owner is notorious for creating official-sounding nonprofit organizations. At the end of the day, this is all known information, vital, but still known. However, people don't realize that the true issue at hand are the harmful reinforcement bubbles that have been created by and affected by fake news. A reinforcement bubble, or a filter bubble, is the intellectual isolation that can occur when websites make use of algorithms to selectively assume information about its users, and then give information back to the users according to this assumption. Social media platforms all curate personalized content to show each individual. It takes into account almost everything that can be observed online. Recently, TikTok has been able to create the perfect algorithm to keep people addicted. They take into account which posts users like, comment, and share, the hashtags and descriptions in comments, as well as the not interested feedback that users can give. However, most importantly, they take into account the number of seconds that users spend watching each video. In a study done by the Wall Street Journal, 100 bots were sent onto TikTok, each personalized and customized with their own likes and interests. They never interacted with any of the videos, besides watching them. And within 2 hours, The TikTok's algorithm had managed to figure out each bot's interests. From then on, the bots were stuck on a side of TikTok that matched their interests that they were unable to get out of. There is no doubt that computers are very smart. However, TikTok's algorithm, compared to other algorithms, is almost omniscient. Many have reported that the videos that have popped up on their For You page have helped them to discover their sexuality and even unpack their childhood trauma. Pretty scary, right? This highly complex algorithm was created by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and they have already begun to sell their algorithm. Recently, ByteDance created BytePlus. This new division in the company focused on altering the algorithm to better fit other companies and their needs, and then selling this AI-powered technology to businesses outside of China. In the few short months that this division has been open, the algorithm was sold to Goat, Chili Belly, and Wago. ByteDance algorithm is so advanced that the Financial Times believes it to be directly competing with large companies such as IBM, AWS, Microsoft, and even Google. And it's only a matter of time before ByteDance sells its algorithm to even more companies. So, how do these algorithms affect our world on a large scale? Almost everything that can be seen online has been personalized and curated to our taste. Since January of 2022, the BBC has had over 1 billion visits to its website, thus making it the world's most used and popular website in the world. Both the BBC and its partner organization, the CBC, use recommender systems. Essentially, the world's most powerful and reliable news sources try to give you content that will engage you the most. This pushes you further into your filter bubble by giving you information that you would like to see. The reinforcement bubbles created by news websites are particularly alarming because they create radical extremists who are not willing to change their opinion. In other words, many people are becoming more blind to the realities of the world. This has led to a tense political division that has never been seen before. So, what's the solution? It is vital for us to be able to understand all sides in each issue that we face. As a debater, I have to focus and argue for both the affirmative and the negative side for each argument. This has given me the opportunity to seek a deeper understanding of each issue because I can understand both sides. I often have very unbiased opinions and understand that my knowledge is limited. I thoroughly research both sides of an argument by starting at the beginning. I go to government websites, sources from schools, and other trusted sources to help learn the history behind the issue. The best way to be exposed to different new and ideas and beliefs are to get people's opinions. Having conversations about different issues is very important. However, going to opinion articles is even more helpful because you can read and understand each person's viewpoint, as well as their supporting evidence. It's also vital to cross-check your evidence to ensure that you are not finding more false information. However, you must realize that everything you read or hear should be taken with a grain of salt. No one is 100% unbiased, and everyone has their own opinions and motives. If we can understand this, then more people are going to be able to use factual evidence to formulate their own opinions. This helps people to stop being ignorant to the world around them and learn different arguments for each topic. We must seek out our own evidence and make informed opinions instead of blindly believing anything we read. We must pop the reinforcement bubbles that we have been placed in. Be proactive. Don't just let evidence and information flow to you. Instead, seek out your own information. Because by acting, we must act, because actions change things. Thank you.